Alright, so this is the Romeo class submarine they have right here in the front, and this is the waterproof bulkhead. And let's go inside and see what the museum has to offer. So, actually going down this ladder is going to be a bit difficult. So it looks like it's a genuine submarine. It's like the actual museum. So right here looks like we're in the forward torpedo flat. This is where the torpedo tubes are. You got a big old torpedo right here. And you got some of the bays for the torpedo tubes. It's like some batteries of some sort. And you got some bunk beds for the sailors to sleep. And you got like gauges and communication stuff. Right here you have the 6 torpedo tubes. The 7431 torpedo type, I'm pretty sure. I can actually walk in front there. So this is like the torpedo launch mechanisms in each one of them, which is really cool. The ground's very slippery right here. Yeah, probably should. Yeah, the ground is like jittery, so I'm probably gonna go back out. Yeah, you got all like the pneumatic pistons to launch the torpedoes with. Seems like they've been locked in place. Or maybe not? I don't know. And then should be like a crank right here, but they removed the crank. You can't find where the crank is. Alright, then let's keep going ahead. So we go around right here, some like more gauges. You can see the hull right here. And then going around right here, we're going to the second room. So you've got like some more telephone stuff, and this is a fire prevention thing. So let's go through the next hatch. And then this looks like they got some oxygen stuff. Good, this looks like an officer's place. Denture, so it's batteries. And then it looks like some like general place for the crew to hang out in. You got some of the beds right here. Aren't terrifically comfortable. Very cramped. And then you got a medicine cabinet in there. I don't know if you can open these. Nah, can't. And then this looks like a radio operator's shack. You also got like the old retro LCR computer in there. See, it looks like another room for another guy or 2 people to sleep in here. I'm not sure what this thing is. I don't know. So, ow. And then walking back around here. So this is like one of the hatches that can be like opened and closed. So like they push it in there and then they turn the lever and then it closes the hatch and it makes sure it's waterproof. So then you pull it open and you can go through again. And then going through right here, this looks like the main bridge or the command center for the thing. You have the this is the throttles. It's like 前进, we go forward, 后退. Like you're sending message to the crew in the engine room to like go forward or go back for the 2 shafts. 左, left, 右, right for the different propeller shafts. Here looks like some diving meters for how deep you are, I'm pretty sure. And then you have the it looks like this is the hydrophone and acoustics room. So this is what you're doing when you're using like hydroacoustic search from World of Warships. Here's a voice pipe. What the Sigma? And they can't hear me. Looks like this is map room. And then you have a bunch of the big old switches right here. This is a periscope that can be moved up and down so the ground has been covered. I wonder if you can actually see anything through there. Hold on, you might. It's kind of weird to get get the camera aligned right here. Yeah. Looks like it's something with the big boat outside, but it's not very clear. Alright, so now let's look through. Here's in the back part, and then that's just like a server room down there of some sort. This looks like a radar room, if I'm honest. And then you have a phone, and then this looks like the gimbal and the gyroscope. Okay, now let's go to the next room over. This looks like crew quarters. You got like emergency like oxygen thing or some sort. There's actually air conditioning on here, which is pretty sweet. So this looks like bunks for the crew. I'm pretty sure this would have been repeated on this side as well. This looks like the kitchen for the place. They even got the cutting board right here. It's like an old, like, just a big old wood slab from a tree. And they also got some, like, their foodstuffs and whatnot here. This might have been for the officers only, though, so I'm not too sure. Okay, next room we're going to is the big old engine compartment. So in the engine compartment, you got these big old diesel engines. And you can set their angle, I'm pretty sure. And there's also like the controls, the control switches right here, and the pressures for all the engines. So this place would have been really loud when it was running. And this was like carburetors of some sort. So next room we're going to is the off. This looks like I'm not too sure what's inside here. And then you got some machine storage racks. I'm pretty sure it's maybe for the oxygen. I don't know what this says, but probably it's for oxygen, or maybe it's a diesel generator. More than likely, it's the generator for the thing. So climbing back around right here, that's probably where the propeller shafts were. And then right here, is that like a bathroom of some sort? I'm not too sure. And then you have the aft two torpedo tubes right here. And this one has lighting in the actual lighting in the back, so I should be able to climb back there. So it has like a lot of the function machineries back there. And then as we move to the front, that's like the bulkhead for the ship, and then it just ends there, which is pretty cool looking. And actually, everything's also painted here, which is really nice. And as I turn myself around, not to get stuck in here. So those are the two twin tubes, and then we climb out right here. And then that's the back access hatch, which is the exit of the museum. It's a pretty cool place. Anyways, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and share this video.